Hello, people. My name is Jose, and with me I have.
Jenn from Nerds Rule the World page on Facebook.
And Derek Donovan, admin on Nerds Rule the World Facebook page, said by Jenn here.
And welcome to Nerd Talk, brought to you by Nerds Rule the World.
And Pepsi.
Pepsi and Jack Daniels.
Yes.
That's what fuels the nerds.
And Mountain Dew.
Apparently, it only heals Xbox fans.
Yeah.
And
And
Doritos.
Call of Duty.
Oh yeah, and Call of Duty.
Call of Duty, yeah. Okay.
You know it would be fun if they actually sold the Xbox One with Mountain Dew and Doritos.
Try to fuel more customers.
Oh my god, don't give GameStop any ideas and order the Doritos back. You get
No
a free...
game.
Yep, no games, just Doritos.
And Pepsi.
That's heaven, alright. Okay, so, in today's podcast, which is technically our first podcast because our original one got deleted and destroyed because of Jose.
My bad.
And, so this is technically episode number 2, except it's really episode number 1.5, and this is the E3 edition.
It's like Metal Gear Solid.
Exactly. So yeah, this is the E3 edition. Each of us had a chance to see the major E3 press conferences. Jose got to see Microsoft. Jenn and I got to see Sony, and I got to watch the Nintendo Direct the very next day. So that's basically what we're going to talk about. We're going to give our impressions, and we're going to, just basically talk about, what we liked, what we didn't like, and the prospects of the future for the next generation of consoles. So why don't we start with Jose, since the Microsoft conference was the first one on the table. So, Jose, what are your thoughts? And, we're just going to lay all your cards down on the table.
Okay, I got a white deck, so that... Oh, not that cards?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay,
No.
so...
Not Yu-Gi-Oh! Either. Sorry. Sorry
Okay.
to disappoint you, Jose.
Okay, so... Microsoft. First impressions overall. Good, not great. Disappointing.
Oh, gee, that doesn't surprise me at all.
I don't know why. It was almost perfect in another universe. Now, my biggest gripe with it is basically all the IPs they have are games that I actually want to play, but sadly I'm not gonna buy the stupid system, so I might not be able to play it. Any of them. It's like they got all my favorite games in their system, but the biggest thing was for me in the whole press conference was Titanfall.
I didn't get to see very much of Titanfall, but from what I've seen when I've seen like bits and pieces of it, it looks good. I mean, it's not. Sunset Overdrive to me looks really impressive.
Oh yeah, that looks like a mix between Uncharted and Pixar.
Yeah, and that's made by isn't it by Insomniac Games?
Mm-hmm. Insomnia. But
Yeah, they're the guys that made Ratchet and Clank, right?
yeah.
Oh, cool.
So they got their own thing going on. Selling out. Well, technically not selling out because before the Ratchet and Clank movie was announced, Sony canceled their contract. I don't know if you know that.
Oh, wow, that's harsh.
Yeah, because basically, they didn't want to renew it because they knew they were gonna do something with multi-platform. That what they were speculating, anyways.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're right now again with Sony. Don't hold me on that. But I think they're going back with Sony next year to make another Ratchet and Clank game.
I would certainly hope so, because I like them with Sony. I think they made some really, really good games on there.
It all depends on how Sunset Overdrive does.
Yeah. I mean, hey, think of this. If it bombs, we get them back to Sony, so thank God.
If it doesn't, we're screwed.
Yeah.
Oh, and another thing that surprised me about the E3, Killer Instinct, it's free to play.
Yeah, it's free to play, but do you know the finer details of that, Jose?
Supposedly, just 4 characters are going to be available if you get it free.
It's actually one character.
Really? Just Django?
Just Django.
Wow.
Yeah. So just one character, and you have to pay for the rest.
So I have to. Do I get a voice pack that says it'll all be over soon when I'm losing?
I want that pack. I think I would actually pay money for that pack. I'm not gonna lie.
That's the most interesting DLC.
Yeah. Don't worry, it'll be all over soon.
Instead of Ultra Combo, I just want to hear that whispering, just a whisper.
Ultra combo.
It'll all be over soon.
Oh my god.
What else? I'm leaving the biggest bombs for the end. I am pissed off that my favorite zombie game of all time is an exclusive. Timed exclusive, though.
Okay, it's a timed exclusive, thank God, because I was like, how the hell could they put Dead Rising 3 only on Xbox One? I'm the hugest fan of Dead Rising. I love the game. I own the first game, for Christ's sake. You know? That's a fun game.
I love everything except Sombrex.
I like everything except the fact that it has a time limit.
If it didn't have the time limit, it didn't put any pressure on you. That was the whole point of Dead Rising 2, the pressure to keep your daughter alive.
Oh my god. No, in the first game it was just annoying because it's just like, oh my god, I have to run all the way across the mall and hopefully make it. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh look, there's a survivor, but I only have 10 seconds left. Oh crap. Yeah.
Oh, the convicts. It took me a year and a half to beat them.
Dude, the convicts never die. If you kill them, then they just regenerate in 5 seconds. It is so retarded.
That, it was just annoying. I actually picked up the game again. Like, not picked up, started playing it again this year, and I did a speed run of it, and I actually beat it for the first time. So, woo.
Woo! Excellent. Nice job.
But the other games, like Dead Rising 2, Dead Rising 2 Off the Record, Dead Rising 2 Case Zero, and Dead Rising 2 Case West, all of them, I beat them the first day I got them.
Yeah, from what I... Oh, sorry.
No, it's just an awesome IP, and I hate seeing go to waste, potentially, in the Xbox.
Yeah, from what I heard, they're actually going to get rid of the time limit, but they are still going to make it accessible with a new difficulty setting. So if you like the time limit setting of Dead Rising, you can actually just turn that on. But if you don't want the time limit, you can turn it off. But they're basically taking everything that was funny about the game and over the top and comical, and they're basically getting rid of that for a more serious approach. They literally went Gears of War, like took a bucket of Gears of War paint and just splattered all over it.
I think for me it looked like Daisy.
It looked like what?
Daisy.
Daisy?
Yeah, the mod for Arma.
Oh, okay, that's what you're talking about. I'm sorry, I've never played that game.
Oh, it's so good. You died in the first 30 minutes of your first game.
Oh, wow.
And then you lose everything. All your can of beans are gone.
Oh, no, not my beans.
Hey, after you find a gun, you turn into a bad man in the game. You just kill anything that spawns.
Dude, that's crazy.
It's a realistic survival game in the extreme, because in the real world, every time somebody comes up from behind, I don't shoot it.
Hey Jose, have you played the War Z?
The boar, see?
The War Z.
Yes, I actually have.
What did you think of that, Jose?
I bought it for $15, so it's not that bad.
Okay.
I bought it when they were like, "We're sorry, but if you still want to play it, here, $50."
Okay, Jen, you're not familiar with this, but basically, the War Z was a game that was released on Steam and promised all of these fancy features that were not actually in the game. Like they said that you're gonna have areas up to 40 square miles of like land, and there was none of that.
10 square miles, boom, visible wall.
Yeah.
Basically, they sold an alpha as a full game.
And got away. Well, actually, no. They got taken down within 24 hours, didn't they?
I think it was 3 days.
3 days. Yeah, but it was horrible. Absolutely horrible. And like, if you watch Total Biscuit's look over of it, It is ass.
It is one of the
game
funniest videos I've ever seen.
It is funny because literally all you see is just him walking around going, "Oh my god, this is absolutely terrible." Like I just don't know what to even think right now. Like I just feel like you sold $15 or $20 for an alpha.
It was not $15 when it came out as an alpha. It was $59.
Oh, that is a load of garbage.
Holy crap.
That's why they didn't want to refund.
Wow.
I think they said they sold it at that because they said they knew, but no, in the advertisement it says full game. People didn't know they were paying $50 for an alpha. It's not like your fucking Armor 3. Like, the Armor 3 did it right. It's $25 for the alpha, and it actually is good. They're just taking a lot of ideas and putting it in the wrong places. Right now, the development for that game is so slow. They got so hurt from that publish. It's horrible, but I haven't played it again since I played it once, and that's it.
Yeah.
And,
So,
yeah.
what else from Microsoft did you see?
I can go to the most amazing thing in the press conference for me. Or the other amazing thing in the press conference was the 15 to 10 minute trailer for Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yes, they actually opened with that, didn't they?
Yeah, and Hideo Kojima popped up with Don Matrick. So it was Jesus and Satan in the same theater.
Oh yeah, Dom. I forget. This is the same guy that was like, "Oh yeah, if you don't have an online connection and you want an Xbox One, I mean, we have another device, that's available. It's an offline device. It's called the Xbox 360."
Yeah, I got a message for you, Dom. The Xbox 360 is nice and all, but you still restrain people with offline. I still own the 360, and you still restrain me from a lot of features in offline. So
No, you know what, Mr. Matrick, honestly, you seem like a nice guy, but go fuck yourself.
He's corrupt, honestly.
It's just like, go fuck yourself. I mean, really, you're trying to sell a console that A is $500. Okay. At 2, it has DRM. It has all this clusterfuck of ROG in this console with a little camera that you're forced to connect. And then he has the balls to say, if you don't have an internet connection, if you don't like what we're selling, get an Xbox 360.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
I love my 360. I'll stick with it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stick with it because I have 45 downloadable games.
I don't even play my Xbox 360 anymore because I'm just like, I have a Wii U and I have a 3DS and I am content with both right now because I just can't even look at the damn thing. I think of it as like a demon spawn.
Like a redhead stepchild?
Yes, precisely. Like I look at it as like this is my own little world of happiness, and at the bottom of my modem is the fucking devil. Waiting for me to turn it on.
I wanted to spit fire.
No, you're wrong.
Acid in your face.
Or maybe the new Xbox, the One, it'll shoot fire if you don't sign in after 24 hours.
Or
yeah.
Have you guys seen Dead Man Wonderland?
Oh, I love that series. Oh my god, so good.
Yeah, so those Xbox One turned into a robot that spits acid.
Oh my gosh.
You didn't connect within 24 hours. Die!
But Xbox, if you kill me, I'll never be able to connect. And then you stare at it. Grab the holy water.
There is a video.
Holy water.
There is a video right now where it's like if Xbox One was a girl, and they basically have this girl who's basically supposed to be the Xbox One. The guy goes in bed and she's sexy and everything, and they do their thing, and she's like, "You know what we can do?" And he's like, "Oh, I don't know, what could we do?" And she's like, "Watch TV." And it's like, watch TV? But I want to try all your new features. Oh, but I want to watch TV. Tell you what. we can try out the new features, and then afterwards we can watch TV. Only if you promise. And he's like, okay, I promise. And then they do the thing, and all of a sudden there's this guy, like, in his boxers, like, eating popcorn outside the bed watching them. And it's like, who the hell is this? And he's like, I'm the Kinect.
It's so amazing.
Oh my god,
Was it Siren that posted it on our page?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, that
I need
was
to
amazing.
see that video.
Oh my gosh.
It's like, oh, you know, we come together. We're the, you know, complete package. You know, it's just
And
like,
he sits in the middle of them while they're watching TV.
and then the funniest part was like, you know, you just got the guy who's like, oh, I just wanted to play with my new Xbox, and then this girl comes in, you know, and she's like, you can play with me, and it's like, shut the fuck up, Wii. Nobody likes you.
Oh,
That
poor
frankly
Wee.
pissed me off, because I would probably be sleeping with that girl right now because I have a Wii. I love my Wii and I think it's awesome. So
You're like, you're my boo.
yes, pretty much. Like, yeah. So besides that, it was pretty hilarious.
Yeah, so basically Xbox One was up, up, down, and then Pitfall.
Yep, $499 US.
I don't even want to talk about that.
But it's Jose. It's $499 US.
They boned the UK people as usual,
Oh my god.
and
Like,
they're their secondary consumer, and it costs almost $800 to buy an Xbox One in Europe.
Holy
Wow.
crap.
Wow.
Yeah, they couldn't change it to $499 in Europe. No, they want it to be the same price everywhere. Nobody is equal. I mean, different.
Okay. So, one thing they didn't talk about the conference that I really want to mention, because I think this is really important. At launch, the Xbox One is only going to support it 21 countries.
Not even the Caribbean. I'm pissed.
Let me read out. I have the list of names right here. These are all the countries that at launch will be able to access the Xbox One. Australia, Austria, Belgium, Brazil, Canada, Denmark, Finland, France, Germany, Ireland, Italy, Mexico, Netherlands, New Zealand, Norway, Russia, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, United Kingdom, United States. That's it.
Ironically, half of those locations are where the Nazis spread. Like, when you mentioned Austria and then Germany and then France, I was like, wow, it's just like the Nazi invasion.
You know, Arnold Schwarzenegger is just going like, no, I get to play the Xbox One. I'm so excited.
Knowing Arnold, he's just gonna play Killer Instinct all day.
Yeah. No, I'm going to beat you with Django. I have to pay $20 for a new character. What the hell is wrong with you?
Throws Xbox out the window and orders a PS4.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that was basically the Xbox, and I'm so disappointed. I don't even want to look at it in eBay.
What I think is hilarious, you know, apart from the 21 countries thing, it's just what's funny is that Phil Harrison, the guy that's in charge of the whole Xbox division, before he went to Xbox, he was actually part of Sony. In fact, he was the reason that the PS3 basically sucked in its first years.
I'm seeing a pattern here.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I think is going to happen, is that the Xbox One, you know, it's going to go the way of the PS3 in its first few years. It's going to have a hard time finding an install base, especially when it has a competitor that is not only accessible, but affordable, as well as, you know, you don't have DRM. You can play used games on it. You know, there's nothing ridiculous like that. And it's only $50 a year for online multiplayer. And you get free games. You know, it's not like, you know... And I get to watch Netflix on it, and I get to do all that stuff like that. In fact, I don't even need a PlayStation Plus account to watch Netflix, because I can just do that right away.
You know what's better? The better thing they're doing? Dude, they're
What?
giving a launch title game with PlayStation Plus. They're giving Drive Club if you get a PlayStation Plus.
Also known as Drive Club XXX, the car porno. I'm really excited for that.
Yay.
Alright,
If I do get my money back, I am The first thing I'm gonna do is challenge you to a race in that, man.
Oh, bring it on, man! I am really good. With corners, man. I can drift those corners like nothing. I play Need for Speed Shift all the fucking time.
I'll beat you both.
I still really want to
Yeah.
see if it's zoom in so centrally in everything you do. Like you're doing a high speed races, there's a button that you can just do and just like goes, oh yeah. Since we're all talking about PlayStation 4, why not Jenn? Let's segue.
Yeah. All right, let's go to our lovely lady Jen over here. What do you have to say about the PS4? I know that I got to watch a bit of it myself, but why don't you chime in first and then I'll come in.
Okay, well, I'm super excited because they not only are going to have an amazing PS4, but they're not totally disowning the PS3, and they have some really awesome games coming out for that as well. So, I don't know, I guess I like that they were being really professional about how they took digs at Microsoft. Like, they weren't making it completely obvious, but they were letting us know that they weren't going to screw us in the way that Microsoft was. So, we can use used games. We don't have to be on the internet constantly unless we want to do a multiplayer game. We can, like, hop in on each other's games, and it's just, like, going to be a social, awesome gaming experience, and I'm totally stoked.
And Kingdom Hearts 3, Jen!
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 3, Jen! Oh,
I'm
God.
more excited for Second Son.
And me in the far corner saying I've never played a Kingdom Hearts game.
What the hell is... What the hell is wrong with you?
I got a good story behind it. I got it on. I got first Kingdom Hearts on when it came out.
Yeah.
Basically, I had a really greedy cousin, and I didn't know he stole it from me. I never got to play it.
Oh, that sucks.
He told me 5 years later, "Hey, I bought her this game for you." I'm like, I thought my mom didn't bought it for me, and it was all scratched up. It didn't even work. Simple and clean, and there. That was the game for me. It was simple and clean.
To sum up everything great about the PS4, it's only $3.99 also, which is freaking amazing.
Yeah, that was quite the highlight, you know. I mean, I was on board when they said, hey, you know, Kingdom Hearts 3 is right here, you know, like on a pedestal, you know. As you can tell, I've been waiting for Kingdom Hearts since I was in high school, so this is a big deal for me. I literally was like waving my hands and jumping up and down like a freaking child. So, and Jen was just like completely oblivious. She was just like, oh, okay.
I jumped up and down for Final Fantasy 15.
That looks sick. I'm not gonna lie, that looks fucking sick.
That is the only Final Fantasy game I've been waiting for.
Yeah, you know, I'm glad that, you know, it's kind of weird that they rebranded it from Versus 13, but it's understandable because, I mean, I would not associate myself with the 13 series. I mean, God, that is the most awful Final Fantasy game I've ever played.
I liked
Final
it.
Fantasy 13.
I've never played any of them.
If you want to play a 13 game, start at 13-2 because it's not as big of a hogway as the first one was.
It's still a guy with a magic trench coat who punches people.
Still fun.
Magic trench coat punches people.
It's not as. It's the same thing as watching Sailor Moon for 25 hours.
At least Sailor Moon is a more credible thing than a magic trench coat with a guy whose name is Snow who punches people.
Wasn't Snow
And
a
they
Canadian
evaporate.
rapper?
What?
Wasn't Snow a Canadian rapper in the 90s?
Yeah, you know, he was like the informant, never gone down, you know, that guy.
Yeah.
Totally.
I love those names. Snow, Lightning.
Oh yeah, Snow, Lightning, Faith, Hope. Who else was there?
Isn't there like Sky or something?
No, but there's a black guy with a chocobo in his afro.
He's so unmemorable, I don't even remember his name.
You'd figure, you know, I mean, like,
He's
a
the only black guy
made
in Final
memorable in a
Fantasy.
Final Fantasy game, because I know that, what was it, Barrett from Final Fantasy 7?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a minigun on his arm. That's awesome.
I wanted to see a character that had like a math name at least. That would make it complete.
Yeah, absolutely. But,
And this is my friend named Calculus. And then his catchphrase, "I'm fuck you up."
Oh goodness.
Okay, so yeah, I guess to continue off from what Jen was saying, there were a lot of reveals in terms of both what is coming to Vita, what is coming to the PlayStation 3, also what is coming to the PlayStation 4. One of the standout moments for me from the PlayStation 4 conference, however, was when they got multiple indie developers together on the stage, like literally like an overarching arc over the audience, and it was fantastic, because it was like, and we have the support of indie developers like this guy, and 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 it was like, I just the amount of support that Sony has for indie developers, you know, the fact that they can self-publish their own titles, and the fact alone that the PS4 is going to be region-free, that in itself is fantastic news to hear from Sony.
I'm gonna have work. I'm studying that.
I'm literally flabbergasted, because it's just like, you know, with these current generation of consoles, you never have the opportunity to say, you know, get a Japanese import title like Dragon Quest X or something, and then bring it over to the States, you know, and wait for them to localize it, and now you can go on Amazon and you can order it, and then you can play it on your PS4 without any trouble, you know?
Except not knowing Japanese.
But then again, it's like, who cares, right? It's a game's a game.
A game's
Yeah,
a
the
game. It's a
indie
game.
games look really cool too.
Yeah, absolutely. I know that Oddworld was thrown in there. Don't
Oh
Starve.
yes! Oh my God! Oddworld. I've been waiting for a sequel for so long.
I know, it's been a long time coming for Oddworld. I haven't seen a game from them since, what was it, Strange World or whatever, like back in like 2005 for like the original Xbox.
The Oddworld Strangler.
Yeah, that one.
That one was kind of weird from the whole Oddworld. My favorite was Munch's Odyssey for the original Xbox.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
And of course, when it comes to the PS4 itself, right now on Amazon, basically it is taking the number 1, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, and I believe number 8 spots on the best-selling list for video games.
Nice.
All
Yeah.
bundles.
Buy all of the PS4s.
Yeah, there's a lot of hype for this machine, and you know, there's just a lot of consumers that are just giving high praises. In fact, I thought that the conference was honestly one of the best conferences I've seen in years, because it was so effective at what they wanted to convey. They said everything they could possibly say, you know, to win over the Xbox consumers, and I think that they're just going to sweep next gen. It is no contest that Sony is officially the winner of E3. Although, you know, what I'm going to be talking about next is Nintendo. You know, I thought Nintendo did good as well, but I have to say that Sony was completely the highlight of the show for me. I don't know what you guys think about that, but...
Well, the whole time I was watching all the trailers for the games, all I kept saying is like, oh my god, that's so beautiful. Oh my god, look at those graphics. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Like, that was the only thing I could say, and my cousin was sitting next to me like, what? What? I'm like, do you see these graphics? Do you see them? Are you blind?
That reminds me of South Park.
What episode was that?
The guy that, you know when Carmen turns psychic?
Oh, that.
That the serial killer is like, and here's me and Rushmore. Do you see? Yes, I see. Do you see? Yeah.
Oh man.
That's another game I'm waiting for.
Oh, the new
yeah.
South Park movie? Or the new South Park game?
Stick of Truth.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Did you guys see the E3 trailer for that?
Yes, I did. It was fantastic. I loved it.
Oh my God! It's so good.
It literally looks like it literally looks like it's from the TV show. That's how effective it is, you know?
Yeah.
The gamer jokes were spot on.
Absolutely.
Like this, the whole trailer was a joke about Skyrim, for God's sakes, and it was incredible.
this is definitely a game that's going to be faithful to the TV series, and I think it's going to be a great game too. I think it's something that is going to come out of nowhere.
Second licensed game that I'm gonna enjoy. First one was Spider-Man 2.
Mm-hmm. What else was I going to say? Jen mentioned Infamous Second Son. That's one of my most anticipated titles for the PS4 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I know they're actually taking the character to Seattle, which is absolutely awesome because, living in the Pacific Northwest, Jen and I, we both live in Oregon, so we live in the Pacific Northwest. So, having, a story so close to home, it's a fantastic feeling, and it just feels like, it feels more immersive that way.
Yeah, and I've been there, so, if they're, like, doing it the right way, then you'll see, like, things that you've seen in real life in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. You see the Space Needle and just all that stuff. Like, I've been to Seattle before myself, and Seattle's an absolutely beautiful city. And also, one of the things that I caught in the trailer was, at the end when they were covering a Nirvana song, Heart-Shaped Box, I was like, oh my god, they hit it right home, because Nirvana, grunge, all that stuff came from Seattle. And the fact that they're embracing, the whole grudge sort of thing, and you can see with the character, they're trying to go with a whole grudge vibe, especially in the way he dresses. The fact alone that they made it so aesthetically pleasing, both to the ears and the eyes, it's definitely something that I'm looking forward to. And from what I've heard in recent reports, because of the 8 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM that they're putting in the PlayStation 4, they're going to make destructible environments. They're going to make them permanent, basically. So if you destroy a landmark or something like that, it's going to stay destroyed.
If that's true, the first thing I'm going to do is destroy the Space Needle.
Good luck with that over there.
That would be pretty awesome, though. It'd be very realistic.
Absolutely, yeah. And, there's a lot of great bundles on Amazon right now. If you guys haven't checked them out, I know that there's 4 bundles. I know that Jen got the Knack bundle, which comes with the console itself and the a copy of Knack, which is another game that's being toned for launch. It's made by this guy who actually is the architect of the console. So it looks really good. It looks like something from the vein of Crash Bandicoot and just something that...
It's the guy who made Crash Bandicoot.
There you go. I mean, hell, Knack even looks like Crash Bandicoot. He has the same features. I don't know if you guys, go up and pull a photo of Knack, but I mean, he has the hair, and he has the same chin, and the same facial features, and everything like the PS1 Crash. So that's really something that hits home, because it really is a throwback to the classic games that made the PlayStation such a success in the United States and around the world. And I really think that the PS4 is a return to fame for Sony, especially, with the last generation being as tough as it was, with the price and just everything they had to go through. This is a really return to form to Sony. I mean, these guys are just going to have the head start that they've always wanted, and they're really going to take it home, for sure.
Back on the Second Son topic, if you ladies are looking for a hot lead, Delson is a very good-looking guy.
What was I going to say about that? All the characters in the game are motion captured. The guy that motion captures Delson, so basically his facial features are pretty much exactly like his, is done by Troy Baker, who also voiced Booker DeWitt from BioShock Infinite.
Awesome.
Booker catch.
He's basically the new Nolan North. He's everywhere. Like, there's not one game that I haven't heard his voice in. So
I love Nolan North.
Yeah, Nolan North is awesome. He's an Uncharted and stuff like that. Troy Baker, I know, is actually going to be the new Joker in Arkham Origins.
You better not fuck it up.
Oh no! If you've seen the trailer, he actually sounds really good.
I have not seen the trailer.
I actually went a little DC for that game. I was like, I'd probably play that game.
And one thing that kind of was strange to me, I didn't know that Deathstroke was actually based in the Batman universe. That was really strange to me.
I'm not even DC, and I knew that. I don't know why I knew that. I think it's just because it's a ripoff of Deadpool. I don't know which came first.
Well, I don't know. So
It's
I'm not really a Marvel
debatable.
guy, so yeah, it is debatable. Comment and subscribe if you know which came first. No, just kidding.
Reminds me of something that was it Kovic from Machinima said. I don't like asking for subscribers. I think that's just pathetic. Wise words.
The new games on PlayStation 4 also cost $59.99.
Yes, the prices
Hallelujah.
for next-gen games will not change. Unlike many theorists that said it would go up to $70 or as much as $100, these games are actually going to be $59.99, which is a relief, especially because, I mean, just the fact that, you know, it's a new generation. You could charge more for it, but they're not. So they're being very gracious. Both Microsoft and Sony are being gracious when it comes to the game prices. But yeah, that's something I'm definitely looking forward to. We can expect... Oh, sorry, Jose, go ahead.
But people are forgetting how much game cost for the NES.
How much do they cost?
I know that the most expensive game for the NES, I'm not sure if it's the most expensive game, but one of the most expensive game was Action 52. It was $200.
Well, that's adjusted for inflation, correct?
I think so.
Okay.
But all the games for NES and Super NES to C4 were over $70.
Adjusted for inflation, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, yeah, that's understandable in those times. Like, I mean, $30 20 years ago could be $70 today. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, you know, again, backing up my theory that, you know, the PlayStation 4 really is going back to their roots of the PlayStation and PlayStation 2 era. This is definitely something that I'm looking forward to, and I really, you know, I already got my PS4 pre-ordered right now, so I got the Killzone bundle from Amazon. The other bundles that there are available, there's the Battlefield 4 bundle, and there's also the Watch Dogs bundle. Only the Battlefield 4 bundle and the Killzone bundles, however, have a free year of PlayStation Plus thrown in. So if you're really into online multiplayer, I would definitely pick up either one of those two bundles. I'm going for Killzone personally, just because of the exclusive title, but that's definitely it's my first Killzone game, and I've heard nothing but good things. So let's hope that, you know, it's worth a purchase.
Killzone's fun.
Yeah. So the last thing that I wanted to talk about, because I know that I covered this specifically, was Nintendo. Then, as you know, Nintendo didn't have a traditional E3 conference this year. They opted out of it because they already released the Wii U, and all the other all the other developers were basically just throwing out new consoles with better graphics, and Nintendo kind of just wanted to be on its own, sort of, you know, on its own in terms of what they were showing. So, what they did instead was they did a series of Nintendo Directs and Developer Diaries that were released on YouTube, as well as streamed on their official site. And from what I can honestly tell you about the Nintendo Direct, first off, the streaming was ass. Okay? It was ass. It literally lagged every 2 seconds, and I had to go to 3 different websites just to find a applicable stream that actually, well, streamed. Because it was just horrible. In fact, I didn't see the entire Direct until they posted the whole thing on YouTube, and in fact, that's what a lot of people did as well. I know they apologized for it, but that was just a bad first impression, left a bad taste in my mouth. But besides that, games that we're getting, as far as what they announced, there's going to be a new Super Mario 3D game coming out, I believe in the holiday season for the Wii U. It's called Super Mario 3D World. It's basically in the same kind of realm as Super Mario 3D Land for the 3DS. It's going to have a combination of both 2D and 3D built in, so that looks really good. And what else are they going to have? Mario Kart 8 coming out in 2014. We also got a new Super Smash Brothers for the Wii U and the 3DS. That's really exciting. They have a few new characters in there. They have the villager from Animal Crossing, who actually looks beast, because I've actually seen a video of him where Samus charges up her gun, shoots a projectile at him, and he's able to grab it out of thin air and put it in his pocket.
He just looks creepy.
Oh yeah, like, go to Tumblr and look up the villager on just any hashtag. It's terrifying. Because he literally has like those dead set smiley faces that just creeps you out, so... Yeah.
Honestly, but that was your favorite character from all of them?
there were other characters that they threw in there. They threw in, surprisingly, they threw in the Wii Fit trainer.
That is my favorite.
I
I saw a meme that said, "What's my favorite yoga type? You're gonna die."
It came out of nowhere. It's like, oh hey, you have the Villager, then you have Wii Fit Trainer, okay? And then of course you got the big announcement, which was Mega Man.
And then the fanboys cried.
Absolutely. Mega Man, I've been waiting for Mega Man for years. This was big for me, especially because his moveset is so awesome, but honestly and truly, from what I've seen of the Villager, he's actually pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Villager's OP.
Villager is OP. He can catch Mario's fireballs and Samus's projectile.
He can grab a smash ball.
Yeah. I don't even know what his final smash is gonna be. I'm kind of terrified. Like he's gonna summon Tom Nook, and it's like, you have to pay $200,000 in mortgage.
That would actually be funny.
That'd be hilarious. But yeah. Besides that, you know, they have a new Donkey Kong Country game being developed by Retro Studios, which is
I never liked Donkey Kong.
Well, I love Diddy Kong.
Dude, I
Diddy
love
Kong Racer? That was the beast game, man.
God. Yeah, I love Donkey Kong Country, and it's really a shame. I hope that Rare comes back to Nintendo. I really do. Because at this point, Microsoft is doing absolutely nothing with them.
They're too busy making a free-to-play game.
That's not even being developed by Rare, though. It's being developed by Double Helix Studios, who has the worst track record of games on the planet. They actually made the Battlefield the movie game, as well as the game Thor.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Double Helix Studios is developing the game. Rare has nothing to do with it.
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
I know. I know. It's going to be ass. I am not looking forward to it.
Straight ass?
God.
Straight ass, yes. You know, just with the amount of content that they had, Nintendo per se, it honestly, nothing really wowed me. Nothing really floored me, you know, put me to the ground, you know. I mean, I'm a Wii U owner, but we haven't had games for months. We're facing a serious drought right now, especially, you know, considering that, yeah, you know, we trusted Nintendo to provide us with the amount of content that, you know, we paid for. And the fact of the matter is that we're not getting the content that we paid for.
And you're still not gonna get it.
Yeah, I mean, the latest first-party title that's coming out, you know, in about a week or so is Game & Wario, which I heard is not that good anyways. So the next title that we have to wait for, you know, specifically is Pikmin 3, which is one of my most anticipated of the year. And it's, you know, I played Pikmin 2 as a kid for the GameCube, so I'm really excited for that game. But the fact alone that, you know, the only thing we're getting fed is 30-cent virtual console titles to make up for the complete delays of all the games. Like, I know they originally set to have Wii Fit U and Wii Party U over the summer, but they recently delayed it all the way till Christmas. So,
wow.
Yeah. So
I'm still hoping for a revamp on the Sega.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
They were supposed to announce something. What was it they announced?
You mean Sega?
Yeah.
I know that Sega, what they're doing now, they have a partnership with Nintendo right now to distribute 3 Sonic titles for the Wii U. One of them is Sonic Lost World, which is basically Super Mario Galaxy with Sonic, and they also got Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. Besides that, I haven't heard anything else from Sega.
Because I'm starting to think that the posters that were posting up in the, near E3 were bullshit. Because it looks like they were going to have their own press conference, but it turned out not to be true.
That's a damn shame. I know that Sega, I think the best move for Nintendo at this point, because Sega, you know, has a big partnership with Nintendo. I think Nintendo, if they're still around within the next few years, they should take the initiative and purchase Sega outright.
Oh yeah. I would totally agree with that.
Yeah, I just think with the amount of licenses they have, Sonic the Hedgehog, Ghouls and Goblins, you know, just all those games, I really think that they would just be a powerhouse, especially since Sega, has that prior knowledge of, oh yeah, we've been in the same situation as you. We had to face against Sony and we lost, and we had to go back into just developing software. But the fact that they're just contributing so much to Nintendo themselves and doesn't seem like they're really contributing to any other console. I mean, it's a match made in heaven. I don't know why these guys aren't taking the initiative and just buying them outright. I would personally love to see a Nintendo-Sega partnership within the future. It may not happen, but guy can dream. And that's all I have to say about Nintendo. So yeah, wasn't exactly floored with anything. Actually was kind of disappointed. You expected a new Super Mario game, you expected a new Donkey Kong game, you expected a new Mario Kart game. There was no Metroid game to be found, no Star Fox. None of the other IPs that I've really wanted to play are there. And I really, really, really want a new Metroid Prime, sequel, or an F-Zero racing game. Those games I was expecting from Retro, and we didn't get that. I mean, we're just getting another Donkey Kong Country, which I know Jen loves Donkey Kong Country, I love it too, but it's just more the same.
I want one specific game, and it's not from Nintendo, but it's from Sega, but I think they can pull it off perfectly because they have the touchpad. That is, I want another Space Channel 5.
That would be sick. I love Space Channel 5.
It's one of my favorite games of all time.
I want Earthworm Jim.
That is a very obscure title. I haven't heard that name in a while.
Earthworm Jim,
amazing.
It's phenomenal.
And they had a cartoon.
I know it by the cartoon, not by the game.
And that's why my childhood rocked. Earthworm Jim and Sonic, totally.
That's why it rocked?
Yep.
I had Zelda.
I grew up with Mario. That was what I grew up with.
Wait, no.
It's fun.
I grew up with Zelda and Doom.
It's funny. When I was a kid, originally, those mall Santas or whatever, you go up to them, and then he's like, oh, what would you like for Christmas or whatever.
Yeah.
So basically, I went up to the Santa, and he was like, what do you want for Christmas? And I was like, I kind of want a PlayStation. I got a Nintendo 64 instead that year.
What?
Wow.
Slap to the face.
And that is what shaped your life.
Essentially, yes. If I had gotten a PlayStation instead of a Nintendo 64, I would be in a completely different zone right now.
See,
I had the original Nintendo, a Super Nintendo, and a PlayStation.
I got the 64 with, what was it, Pokemon Stadium?
Oh, love Pokemon Stadium.
That's a great game. I beat everyone at that game.
It's a shame that you couldn't start with Pokemon level 1. You had to start with Pokemon level 50, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of stupid, how you had to rent Pokemon. Like, really? Well, I mean, what they did have the, the ability to take the cartridge from the Game Boy Color and put them in the Nintendo 64 controller. I gotta say, for the time that Nintendo 64 was around, they had a lot of cool peripherals. I mean, they were the ones that introduced the Rumble Pack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And I know that's not a big deal to some people, but it certainly changed the way I play games for sure. I mean,
well, it's not relevant to people that were born in 1997.
Yeah.
They don't know what it was to play without a Rumble Pack. It was actually, in my opinion, I turned off the Rumble Packs and everything.
Kind of off the subject from E3, guys, but I thought, this is just a better way for kind of the viewer base to get to know us a little better. What, in your opinion, is the worst game you have ever played?
Wow.
That's a thinker.
Oh, yeah. What's yours, Derek?
What's mine? There's one that's specifically ingrained in my mind that I just regret purchasing altogether, and just something. I mean, even my folks, when I talk to them, about just growing up, they said they always regretted this purchase, and that was Hey You Pikachu for the Nintendo 64.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I regret that my cousin got that game.
It was ass.
I'm
And
gonna
nothing
go.
worked on it. Nothing worked.
Nothing worked.
I'm
Pikachu, go left. Pika? Pikachu, go left. Pika! Pikachu, go left. Pika?
And he always just looked confused all the time.
Yeah, the only thing that I thought was cool about is if you said PlayStation, he would shock you with electricity.
That's funny.
You know what? So this isn't one of the worst games, but it kind of reminded me, like when Blockbuster was around back in the day, they had Pokemon Snap and a machine you could play, and then you could print out stickers of the pictures.
I love Pokemon Snap.
But
it's
like
such
you could print out
such a
stickers
game.
of the pictures you took.
Yeah, I still have those stickers. I still have a book of Pokemon cards. I still have those stickers in them.
Yeah. Really?
I still have a couple of the stickers.
Wow, mine are, I don't know, disintegrated in my other house.
Okay, Nintendo, you have the Wii U gamepad. Make a Pokemon Snap sequel. Do it.
They could do it very easily.
Oh
and make some kind of printer thing, or hook it up to the computer so that we can like.
Not even.
They have
a
image
Wi-Fi
share.
function.
Oh, okay.
For the 3DS, they actually just came out with image share for Animal Crossing New Leaf. You can do that. You can take pictures, go on the internet, and actually upload it to Twitter and Tumblr.
Right, you were doing it.
Sweet.
Huh?
You did it for like in Facebook, right? You're doing about it on Facebook.
Yeah. What I did was that basically I took the photo, uploaded it to Tumblr and Twitter, and I basically took the photo, saved it onto my desktop, and then I uploaded it to Facebook.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. I can't wait to see what Nintendo does with that in the future, because I know that's something that I like, is sharing content with my friends, and that's something I'm looking forward to with the PS4 as well. You know, the fact that you're able to, you know, watch anybody, you know, playing their game, you know, basically streaming live, and just the fact that you can upload screenshots to video and instantaneously. That's something I'm looking forward to, because I know that right now I'm a Let's Player. I'm Let's Playing XCOM Enemy Unknown right now. So, yeah, you can check that out.
I'll link it.
Yep, the channel page is Donovan Green. So go and check that out. I just released the 3rd episode as of this podcast, but anyways, enough advertising myself, because that's not the point. The point is that you know, having those sharing features, especially when social networking is so big, that's a big deal to me, and I'm looking forward to those features, you know, with the PS4, and I know the Wii U can do that somewhat with Miiverse, but it's just going to be something that I'm looking forward to with the PS4.
Okay.
That's all I got to say about that.
So, your worst game is Hey You Pikachu?
Hey You Pikachu for the Nintendo 64.
I have to say, my worst game that turned into my favorite game, it has to be XCOM. The original XCOM for the PC.
Oh, I was getting worried there. I was like, XCOM?
I've been playing XCOM my whole life, so I'm a fan of the new one, but my favorite ones are the old ones.
I have never played the old ones, but I always wanted to try them.
You want to rage out? Buy it. It's actually like $2 right now in Good Old Games.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
While we were talking, Good Old Game has The Witcher 2 for $9 and The Witcher 1 for $4.99.
Good deal.
Good games, man.
Yeah, man. God damn it. I pre-ordered the PS4. I can't spend any money.
Me either.
$5 are justified anywhere. You use $5 for a sandwich.
I paid I broke my own rule a couple days ago. I paid $10 to buy Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons, you know, the original Game Boy Color games for my 3DS.
That's debatable. Those are great games.
Oh, yeah. I love those games. So, yeah, I like being able to go back and play, you know, the games that, you know, I mean, when I was a kid, I never really got to play Zelda games. I wasn't really into them, so getting to be able to have a second chance, that's really something.
If you were into Zelda game and you were a little kid, you were doing in middle school the I was a weird kid. How about you, Jen? What's your worst game?
I can't think of the exact name of it, but it was on the old Xbox. It was a Spider-Man game.
Don't tell me it was Spider-Man 2.
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember which one it was, because we had like all the Spider-Man games.
Which bad
But
guys
it
had it
was
in?
freaking horrible, and it used to annoy me because I'm totally a Spider-Man nerd, and so I would like call out everything that was just horrible about it. My little brother got so tired of it that he quit playing, because I would just be like, nope, that's wrong. I don't like that. Oh no, that's totally no. So that would be my worst game, only because it annoyed my like nerd pet peeves.
Was it the original Spider-Man? Like the
know,
based off the movie.
it was pretty sucky.
Maybe. I'm trying to remember, but I don't remember which one it was. Ugh.
The second one
I
had a
hate
bunch
that.
of Viagra jokes.
Oh, the second one was amazing. I mean, the fact that you got to swing around and whatnot, and help, help, my balloon is up in the air. I'll save it. That was fun.
Even though it was mediocre, it was like those missions were mediocre, not the game. The game was amazing.
Oh yeah,
It was
and they really
worth
defined,
it.
like, yeah. I would say it's one of the best movie titles.
Yeah, that's my first and my second. I forgot I said it earlier. So yeah, final impressions on everything.
Okay, where are my final impressions? E3. This was the best E3 conference in years. I can't think of any E3 that, from the top of my head, that was as memorable as this one. And this is due to Sony. Sony really just did their job and completely did it. So, you know, that in itself, they basically went the whole 9 yards. I think Sony definitely won this conference. Second place, I would say, would be Nintendo. Nintendo, you know, they brought out the games, they did their job, but the games aren't exactly something that really caught my attention, you know. And of course, last is Microsoft. Microsoft just came out as absolutely pretentious, especially with the statements they made, mostly contributed by Don Matrick, but just, I mean, their conference was not bad. If it wasn't tied to such a restricted console, those games by itself, I mean, Project Spark, I know you didn't mention that, Jose, but Project Spark looks amazing.
Honestly, I don't like that. I didn't mention it because I know I was supposed to, but I didn't mention it because all those create thing games, I don't know why. I'm studying game development, but I never liked those types of games.
Yeah, it's something that you really gotta have, like, I guess a kind of like a knack for, because, like, I know that, you know, I have a cousin who's, you know, 5 years old, and he plays Little Big Planet, and he makes his own tracks, and he makes his own levels by himself. So, I mean, it's really something that you either enjoy or you don't enjoy, but if you do enjoy it, that's definitely a title that really caught my attention.
And it's free.
Yeah, and it's free, exactly. Unfortunately, it had to be tied with a console that's just not working.
If they're
It's not
smart,
working.
they can out. What? Wait, it's for Windows 8 too.
Yeah.
And I have
It's-
Windows 8.
It's just not worth it. If you have to get a next-gen console this year, for me, it's going to be PlayStation 4 and Wii U to the next generation, because I definitely think PS4 is just going to be top dog in terms of next-gen, with Nintendo gracefully behind them. What are your thoughts, guys?
Jen, why don't you?
Well, I'm on the PS4 bandwagon as well. I was never really a PlayStation fan. I mean, I was on the first PlayStation, and then it kind of lost its thrill for me. And then recently, my friends got me into PS3, and they were kind of talking me into it. So I watched the conference, and I'm a total Sony girl now. And I'm going to keep my Xbox 360 and be happy with what it is, but not go any further in the Xbox franchise. But I'm totally excited about all the new games coming out, especially for the PS3. There's some really cool ones that I'm excited about, and then PS4, of course. So, yeah, I'm just looking forward. Next gen, PS4, and I pre-ordered it, so all I have to do is wait now.
Same here. It's going to be a long wait.
I'm personally just. My final impressions are, yeah, thank God I have something else than first-person shooters to play this year.
Absolutely.
And I'm kind of disappointed that they didn't show any Shin Megami Tensei titles except for the one for 3DS.
Yeah, that kind of disappointed me too. A lot of titles were actually missing from E3. I know that one that I know I was looking forward to, Beyond Good and Evil 2. Ubisoft, where the hell is Beyond Good and Evil 2?
Where where Portal 3, Left 4 Dead, and Half-Life 3 lies in hell.
Yeah.
In development hell.
Oh my goodness, this is just, yeah, I mean, there was a lot of games missing in action, but you know what, Kingdom Hearts 3?
At least one came from the grave. And Battlefront, my god, we forgot that one.
Oh my god, Battlefront. Oh my god. EA, worst company ever, but god damn. That is something that is going to completely catch my attention because it's being developed by the guys that made Battlefield DICE. DICE is doing the game.
DICE is awesome.
DICE is amazing. And Mirror Edge 2.
They actually I think it's a reboot.
Mirror's Edge 2?
Yeah, because didn't you see the trailer says when it's I think that's funny. The trailer says when it's ready.
Well, they gotta take your time with it. I mean, they can't just go out and rush out a game that's gonna be crap.
Even the first one looks like it's next gen. Like, if you ever played it, it's a solid 60 frames per second, or for me at least, it was solid 60 frames per second game. And it was amazing, I loved it. Even though it got shit on from some people.
Yeah.
But yeah, missed game's opportunity, because this was the E3 that if you wanted to announce something, you had a chance to do it.
Yeah. Definitely the best E3 in years. I highly enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to next year. Next year, probably not going to be as big of a blowout, like as big as a spectacle as this one, but it's definitely going to be a heated competition between all three.
Round 2.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm kind of actually looking forward to what they have to bring to the table next year.
Yeah, you know, I highly agree, and this is something is really just going to be a waiting game. You know, we're going to have to wait. I know that new information is coming in periodically, but really, what's going to kind of like set the future for gaming is going to be in, you know, Q4 of this year, because that's when the consoles come out. You know, I mean, will we have a DRM future? Will we have a future where all consoles are going to have DRM? It's going to have all these restrictions. You know, if you want to make a difference, and I'm saying to all of you guys right now, including, you know, the people I'm podcasting with, if you want to make a difference, if you want to keep gaming the way that it has been for years, buy a PlayStation 4, buy a Wii U, do not buy the Xbox One.
Yep.
What would you call it?
Yeah. Angry Joe.
Exactly.
We can say we're part of the Angry Joe army, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I know I'm part of the Angry Joe army, and, you know, I heard these going to Sony, and I couldn't be happier. You know, I mean, it's just, I don't know Angry Joe personally, but I've watched his content for years, and he just seems like a good guy. He doesn't seem like, you know, I mean, it must be frustrating for him, you know, from beta testing Xbox Live to having to deal with the fact that you can't play used games, you can't do this, you can't do that.
He's still faithful to it.
He's still faithful to it, absolutely, yeah. But he is fully intent on buying a PS4, as far as I'm concerned. He's had nothing but positive things to say about the thing. I know he really likes the DualShock 4, and he gave it a try at E3, and he says that it's really comfortable, and you'll have to get used to the dual sticks for sure.
But you posted a picture that was uber interesting to me, and it was the DualShock 4 with an actual headset. I was blown away.
I know, the mono headset is actually coming with the system itself, and that's going to be something I look forward to with the little headphone jack. I love it, and I think it's definitely going to turn heads. That's going to be one of the things. I also like the light bar, which changes colors based on the game you're playing, and I think that's fantastic.
So it changes into blood when I'm playing an FPS?
If you're on critical health, it will turn to red.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And also, the light bar is also used with the PlayStation's form of, the Kinect, called the PlayStation Eye, and it uses the light bar to sense where the controller is going. So where the controller is, in the room. So if you trade off to another player, for example, if you're playing local multiplayer split screen, if you give your controller to a friend across the room, the split screen will change accordingly based on where the controller is positioned.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, so that's definitely something that's,
Instead of trying to arrange yourselves.
Exactly, and I know that's a pain in the butt. I know that's something that a lot of people are looking over, but I mean, I just like pretty LED lights. I don't know about you. Yeah.
Flashing lights!
Exactly, capable of throwing sweet rave parties,
Right. We're talking about raid parties. One of my favorite games is getting a sequel.
Which one is that?
Hotline Miami.
Ah, Hotline Miami.
Such
Love
a good
Hotline
game.
Miami. Okay,
PS4 has it set up so they can have Hotline Miami 1 and 2.
Exactly. And Jen, I know you're new to Steam. When you have the chance, because I know it's going to be tempting at the Steam summer sale, but if you get the chance, go ahead, get Hotline Miami. You won't regret it. It's a fantastic game.
It's a rage game too.
Yay.
But it's not as bad a rage game. It actually waves you into it. Like, if you fuck up, it's your own fault. It's not the game.
Yeah.
It's those types of game. It teaches you in a non-conventional way.
Which is always good,
Yeah.
You never see games like that anymore, really.
Not really.
Mm-mm. Playing it safe.
Yep. And so yeah, let's talk about what we're playing and let's sign this bad boy out.
Okay. Why don't you start, Jose?
I'm still playing Civ 5. I am preparing for the expansion pack, which I just remembered is gonna be coming out soon, and I don't have $30.
Brave New World.
Yes.
I really hope they fix the diplomacy system on that, because the diplomacy system is fucked.
I've been winning. I finished 2 games in the last 3 weeks, and I've won through World Wars.
Nice.
And that's new to me because I've only been trying to do. I've been doing the thing where you're the sneaky guy, gets everything from the other countries, and then just I'm 1-1.
I've been more focused on peaceful, kind of being a peaceful city, focused on building my culture and my art. And unfortunately, when I'm expanding, I'll somehow tip them the wrong way. I may buy off some of their land, and it'll be like, well, that's preposterous. How could you possibly buy our land? We will commit war on you and commit genocide on your species. Like, what the hell?
Oh yeah, especially the Russia lady.
Oh my god. No, the biggest problem for me is the Ottomans.
Really?
The Ottomans. No, you would not think the guy with the big hat that looks like, the Sultan from Aladdin. Yeah, he is a war-hungry tyrant.
And my game's just a Russian lady. I don't know why.
That Russian lady is intimidating, man. Catherine the Great?
Yeah.
Oh my god, Catherine the Great. Did you know that she slept with her own guards?
What?
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I always choose the Polynesian race. Always island people, represent.
Dude, Montezuma.
Yeah.
Montezuma.
Oh my god, Sid Meier, if you're listening to this, which I doubt you are, I love your work.
Absolutely. Sid Meier has a new game out on the iPad right now called Ace Patrol, where you actually take control of planes and do dogfighting. It's awesome.
I don't have an iPad.
Get one.
Okay, so yeah, basically Civ, and I beat Hotline Miami for a second time. And I beat Persona 4 for a 7th time.
Nice.
I am Atlas freak, and I'm gonna stop babbling with saying that they did not mention anything from the new Atlas game. Killer is dead.
Well, I certainly hope for the PS4, when it gets established, that they bring over some Atlas games, because I'd love to see a Persona game on there, and I'd also would really love to see another Valkyria Chronicles game on on the PlayStation.
I want to see a Persona HD collection. I want it now. Even if it's $80, I'll buy it.
It's like, shut up and take my money.
Yeah, it's like my favorite type of RPG.
Yeah, Jen, you know, paying over $300 for stuff. Hey, Jen, look at that Yoshi backpack. Isn't that cool? Don't you want to buy it?
Hey, look at those lightsaber chopsticks.
Yeah.
Only if they have red. Oh, looky here, the last pair of red.
In the back.
And you're like, alright.
I totally was like, I only saw blue and green, so I was like, yeah, only if you have red. And he digs behind one pair of them, he's like, last pair of red. I was like, fuck!
Yeah, like it's the last pair, it's justified.
I am evil.
Don't take Derek with you if you want to keep your money.
Like, what was it? In Puerto Rico, in Puerto Rico we have our own Comic-Con, and what was it? I didn't spend much money as my friend. My friend spent almost $1,000 on Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Oh my god.
Holy crap.
We're tabletop freaks here in Puerto Rico.
Tabletop! Yeah.
Not advertising this show. But yeah, that's me. Turn-based tabletop. Weird. How about you, Jen?
So right now, since I haven't really been feeling good, I've just been playing The Sims because that doesn't require very much brain activity. But I'm looking for a kind of spooky, creepy game to play. I really want something on the PC that'll kind of make me feel uncomfortable and
Amnesia.
Yeah.
Right.
I've been thinking about that, but I've seen it played so many times that I don't think it'll creep me out anymore.
Slenderman.
Wait,
I think
wait. I think it's 3 weeks until Outlast comes out.
Oh, that game is supposed to be scary as fuck.
Like,
yeah,
if you
I love
see,
me scary games.
if you see the reactions of some of the Let's Players that were there, they are actually screaming. It's fun.
It's kind of hard to get me. Like, jump scares don't usually get me. And, like, the normal creepy stuff doesn't seem to get me as much as it gets other people. For me, it's more the atmosphere.
Well, if it's atmosphere, then get Silent Hill HD collection.
We'll have to see.
That creeped me out for years. Yeah.
Alrighty, so what about you, Derek?
Well, you know, besides doing XCOM, you know, I've been playing a lot of 3DS. I know that I've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing New Leaf. That's basically a game I'm pretty much playing every single day, so there's that. And, yeah, besides that, I've been really getting back into Nintendo. I know that my GameFly queue is just filled to the brim with Nintendo games. Looking forward to receiving Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance in the mail from GameFly for the 3DS, so I'm really excited to play that. And, yeah, looking forward to some Wii U titles as well. So basically, it's just going to be Nintendo-based, really, until the PS4 comes out, and then it's just going to be Sony all the way, with Killzone and Drive Club, of course, because that's going to be free. So just, yeah, just a lot of good games from Nintendo, for sure. Definitely still a supporter of them, even, you know, in the hard times that they're dealing with right now.
Yep.
But, what else? I think that's about it. There's not really any PC games out right now that really catch my eye. I actually, you know, I mean, I used to play a lot of Diablo 3, but it just seems like, you know, with the console version coming out, that's just something that's I completely lost my attention with, because, not because I'm gonna buy the console version or anything, I'm gonna, you know, rent it and check it out, but I mean, Jesus Christ.
Bam!
Oh my god.
I can explain. Basically, that was an alien hovercraft with gas.
Each their leader.
Or just Jose ate a lot of Taco Bell.
I'm pretty sure it was the alien hovercraft.
Don't deny it, Jose. You know those Doritos, those tacos are addictive.
I like the ranch ones.
You're boring.
I am.
But yeah, Diablo 3 for the consoles, not really excited about that just because we've been waiting for an itemization patch forever. Get on it, Blizzard. I swear to God.
You never gonna
Do
get
it.
it?
BlizzCon's coming up though, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they have announced for that. Hopefully they announce a new Diablo expansion pack. That'd be cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be called "We're Sorry We Fucked Up" pack.
No, it's gonna be called Diablo 3 Tyrael is Super Serial.
It's gonna be basically the expansion. If they ever make an expansion pack, it's gonna be like, we're gonna fix everything and we're gonna make an Inferno 10 times harder.
And we're gonna get rid of offline, and we're gonna get rid of the auction house, and we're gonna focus on itemization, and we're gonna have a ladder system, and we're gonna do everything we possibly can to suck the dicks of all the gamers that we pissed off.
And we're gonna make it an esport.
Hooray!
The first guy to make it to Inferno and beat it wins. How long is this match gonna take? About 26 hours.
Well, that's about the amount of time that most people watch esports, so.
I watch it for 4 hours a day.
Dude, I don't watch any esports at all. To me, it's just like, and here comes that guy playing Master Yi, and he hit somebody, and he's killed, and he's revived again, and he's hitting somebody, and he's killing somebody, and that's the game.
If you play StarCraft, then I know you could do, which we haven't played a match still.
Dude, I'm afraid, man. I have never played StarCraft multiplayer. I am afraid of getting my ass kicked because
I got demoted.
You got demoted? How did you get demoted?
I suck, apparently.
Dude, I know there's some fierce competitors out there for StarCraft, and I'm struggling with the campaign right now. I mean, it's hard as balls. I can't even afford to, go into multiplayer and expect to come out alive. I haven't even, memorized hotkeys yet,
You can make your own.
Yeah.
By pressing control.
Yeah. Alright, so, I think we should call that an episode. What do you think?
What kind of episode? The episode that kids have in the supermarkets?
A tantrum episode?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, maybe. I mean, the Xbox One fucking sucks. I fucking hate it.
And then you pound your bed continuously.
Yeah, fucking hate it.
Yeah, so that's
You
a
can't
good
have
episode.
my money.
Yeah.
No money for you.
No soup for you.
In Soviet Russia, Xbox spies on you. Wait, that's the rest of the world, not Soviet Russia. Sorry. Yeah. So it's been a success.
Microsoft is Skynet.
But if Microsoft makes a move with Google, then yeah, we're fucked. And with that, I'd say my name is Jose.
And I'm Jen.
And I'm pissed.
And we'll see you next week.
See ya!
Adios, guys.
Bye.